Time to check that Fairfield area weather forecast. A 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 1 p.m. High today 71. Partly cloudy tonight, low 56. Mostly sunny, 82 for Thursday. The outlook for Friday, sunshine, high 87. Saturday, sunshine, high 86. And for Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. The high, 81 on Sunday. Overnight low was 57, yesterday's high 72. We've had 2/100ths of an inch of rainfall here at the WFIW studios this morning. Currently, humidity at 99%, winds from the southeast at 5 miles an hour, pressure at 29.98. Right now, rain and 57 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
And that means it's KO Wednesday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ken Odie here with us this morning, and a pleasant good morning to all of you. Stay dry.
Or at least take an umbrella.
Yeah, it's 40%ing out there pretty well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dripping off the tower. Really, it's always so opportune to have our good friend Ken Odie here on a Wednesday, especially the day after a 21-item city council meeting. So, I mean, we get this opportunity to pick his brain.
That only took an hour? Is that right?
Well, a lot of those were formalities,
Okay.
appointments, and
Okay.
they did a lot of those by blanket vote. And,
okay.
you know,
Sounds to me like Dr. England got a lot off his chest.
who's not a happy man. And
We're talking about the superintendent of District 112. right?
he addressed the council in the public comments section and voiced his concern about the use of TIF funds and why he and his family settled here in Fairfield and how they love the town, love the people. And, you know, it's a volatile issue, to say the least.
If I was to rank from your report, at least, that was very interesting. It was interesting that now we're going to come back with a policy on people riding in police cars. Wasn't that where we were 3 months ago?
I thought there was a policy already in place.
No, there's a policy not to have a policy.
There's a policy to look at the policy.
Oh, okay. Policy to look at the
That's
policy.
the
All right.
policy.
But that policy's under review until another.
No, the policy is
I
policy.
think something's going to get done here.
This time?
But the consensus of the council.
Let them ride in the police car, right?
If it's a parade or the lineman rodeo, somebody mentioned them sign a waiver, which everyone pretty much agreed that it isn't worth the paper it's written on, but it's a feel-good, touchy-feely type
It protects
document.
you.
Yeah. And, okay, it's a parade.
Right. So
I tend to agree. But the police department has had a policy since 2016. Chief Cockleasure addressed the council and stated their policy, and that was brought into effect because an alderman had mentioned liability to the chief. So the chief said, "Okay, I'll just take care of that." And
policy is that no civilians ride in a
Correct.
police car unless they're handcuffed and in the back seat.
that's right.
that's no way to go through a parade.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. A lot of city employees in attendance last night, which
The
they
contract,
voted,
right?
They voted on the contract, and that covers just those in the IBEW. It does not cover those not in the union or Fraternal Order of Police. That's a separate contract. One
So-
sticking point there was, and it's been this has come up for years about city employees living in the city limits. It has limited, I think, their pool of applicants for police and fire, and also for different city positions to have to be able to live inside the city limits. Well, now it's going to be 5 nautical miles from a point in Fairfield, and that will probably be West 7th and Main Street.
Okay, so
Pretty much the center of Fairfield.
They're going to put a pole there and
This is
stretch
the
out a 5 mile
geographic
string.
center of Fairfield.
5 miles. Yeah, I mean, you don't think of it by the street signs being that center, but it is.
Wow.
Okay. Well, and that's not a bad policy. I mean, because if I take a job, say police, fire, city, whatever, I would certainly move to Fairfield. That's where I work. I wouldn't want to live 20 miles out of Fairfield.
No,
wouldn't want to live in Albion and work for the city of Fairfield. That just, to me,
I think
that wouldn't be right.
I think the nuance in the policy is instead of being actually in the corporate limits.
Yeah, there's an extra territorial distance
Yeah.
that
Alderman Griffiths was not happy with that particular aspect of the contract, and voiced his opinion that we were losing utility money by doing that. And someone explained that our city utilities reach far beyond the corporate limits of Fairfield, and understandable. He was, and he said I'm old school, and that policy of having to live inside the city limits has been in place forever and a day, and it's going to be changed.
So, an interesting evening, and
Yeah.
our man Ken Odie was there and reported completely this morning with his story that the news guy did. And I'm sorry that right after we went off the air yesterday, we got this news, and they're going in threes.
Yep.
Remember
we mentioned 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway.
Yeah.
Wow. I think his best quote was, in reflecting on his life, I was born, I worked for Carol Burnett for 11 years. That's it.
That's his resume.
See, I grew up with him, and that's probably you did too with
McHale's
Navy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I thought he was wonderful
and
in
he
that
was
show.
he was in a lot of those movies with Harvey Korman.
Don Knotts.
Don
The
Knotts.
Apple Dumpling Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw he and Harvey Korman in concert at the Fox Theater in St. Louis several years ago.
Bet that was good.
And I left there physically hurting. I laughed so hard.
I missed him live.
I mean, those guys were nothing dirty, all rated G, but just funny people.
His spokesperson dismissed the rumor that he had been suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's disease. That's what I had heard initially. Of course, some of his stuff with Corman is legendary,
Yeah.
just legendary. And he also, by the way, was the voice of. He did animation work for. He was a voice on SpongeBob SquarePants. As well.
Really?
I mean, he went
Did not
across
know
the
that.
generations.
Didn't know that.
Remember the dwarf on?
Oh yeah, those were
Doll,
huge.
Dwarf on whatever.
Just a stupid
Well,
little character.
Conway asked Corman, he said, Harvey, have you heard about this new drug? It's called Viagra. And Corman said, yeah. He said, I know all about it. He goes, you know what, Tim? He said, me taking Viagra is like putting an old flagpole on a new building.
Excellent. Well, I've got in my pork burger stained hands the bucket of bunk.
All right.
So let's get to it real fast. I have 4 birthdays to illuminate. By the way, I understand today is the birthday of a relative of mine, Wavy Gravy.
Okay.
I'm my nickname.
Was cold gravy?
Yeah, so Wavy's a friend of mine.
Ah.
He's a relative.
Okay.
Really, that's a
Yeah,
serious.
I know.
You announced
I
that this
know.
morning.
Wavy Gravy.
Who's Wavy Gravy?
He's a
Besides a rapper?
he's a no. He's a counterculture icon or something. I don't know. Ben and Jerry named an ice cream after him.
Seriously.
Yeah, there's Wavy Gravy ice cream in there.
Is there any cold gravy
Maybe
ice cream?
not. I'm not sure if there is or not.
When
but,
am I going to get my ice cream? That's what I want to know.
It sounds like a Ben and Jerry ice cream flavor.
No. James Mason was born on this date in 1909. Now, you remember him from, he was in so many good movies.
Always seemed to play like a cops and robber type movie, didn't he?
He was an English actor. He was born in 1909. He died at the age of 75 in 1984. So here's some of the movies. The Desert Fox. I think he played Rommel in that.
Okay.
Yeah. A Star is Born, the first one. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. North by Northwest.
Ah,
What a
okay.
great movie that was.
Well, I stand corrected. I thought he was a cops and robbers type
No,
thing. But apparently not.
Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah.
The Boys from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
He was a devoted animal lover, particularly cats. He even wrote books about cats. He found a cache of old films. He bought Buster Keaton's house in Hollywood
Yeah.
and found a vault full of old nitrate films. That's the way they used to produce.
That was the highly flammable stuff.
And he saved all of them. He had them transferred to a less volatile state, and so he's credited with that. Anyway, he pretty interesting guy. His first divorce, he lost $1 million on it, but his wife got a brand new lawyer. The brand new lawyer that nobody had heard of before was Marvin Mitchelson. He became the famous divorce attorney in Hollywood, and she made him famous. Eddie Arnold was born on this date in 1918, died in the year 2008 at the age of 89. Eddie Arnold had 147 songs on Billboard's country charts at one time or another.
Pretty good actor, too.
Eddie Arnold?
I think he did some acting. Just a little bit, not much.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the guy that played...
No, I was originally thinking of it, Eddie Albert, but I think Eddie Arnold had some TV and movie appearances.
I didn't see that.
I may be wrong, but
right.
I think he did.
He's second only to one man with that many songs on Billboard's country charts. You want to take a guess at that, either one of you?
Hank Williams?
Garth Brooks.
Nope. George
Strait. George
Jones.
King George.
Really?
The Possum. Anyway,
Not King George.
No.
The Possum.
one of my personal favorites, birthday today, Trini Lopez.
Ah, yeah.
Trini Lopez. You know, when the boys used to do the morning show here, they made up that I had a brother when I first came here as the president of Frontier. And they said that his name was, it wasn't Trini Lopez, it was Lupe Dreeth. They made that up.
Lupe Dreeth.
Lupe Dreeth. And I said, well, you know, both of us, Lupe and I love Trini Lopez. He had 2 hits. Anybody want to take a shot at those?
No clue.
Lemon Tree, very pretty, but the lemon flower is sweet.
Okay.
And If I Had a Hammer,
Ah, okay. If
2
I had-
big hits.
okay.
2 big hits. And Sally Was a Good Old Girl was another one.
Sally was a good old
She
girl.
Hey, she was. There's
Well,
no doubt
okay.
about that. Anyway, he did a couple of movies too. And he was in Adam 12 as a regular at times. The Hardy Boys and the Nancy Drew Mysteries. So that's Trini
He had to
Lopez.
be on Love Boat sometime because everyone was
probably
on
was.
Love
And
Boat.
Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
He's 82. He's still alive. Trini's still with us. We got to get him on
Is
sometime.
he still touring?
I doubt it.
Okay.
No.
Well,
no.
you never
He's
know.
He's looking for his hammer. George,
If I could find my hammer,
I'd hammer in the morning.
I'd build me a boat.
George Brett, born on this date in 1953. He's 66. Yeah, 60.
Flirted with batting 400 a couple
did.
of years.
Probably most famous for the bat incident. The
Yeah, the
time
meltdown.
tar.
The meltdown.
Third baseman, Kansas City Royals, Hall of Fame. He was 20 years. He had a lifetime batting average of 305.
He is doing some acting now.
Is he?
He's on Brockmire.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You've got to watch
I've
Brockmire.
got
Have
to
you
find
seen that?
it. I've seen some of it. What network is it on?
IFC.
I wonder if I get that in basic cable. I don't know. We have a Ken Odie gave us a question of the day that just went off the charts yesterday. So we've got some interesting talk about TV. But here's my answer to your question. Your question: which TV commercial irritates the most, bothers you the most?
Most annoying,
Let
yeah.
me tell you something. It had been almost 9 months since I watched TV, and we have the TV room now. I love every commercial. Every commercial. So that's the question.
That won't last long.
You know what my wife says?
What?
Guess what day it is? She hates that commercial.
She doesn't like that? Oh,
She
then she
doesn't
really
like
hates
it.
the beginning of the
I
show.
love that commercial.
Just a couple of things real fast. On this date, Ellen Church became the first female flight attendant. 1941, Joe DiMaggio started his Major League Baseball hitting streak of 56 games on this date. Gasoline rationing began in the United States. The limit was 3 gallons a week for non-essential vehicles. This started in 1942 during the war.
Mm-hmm.
In 64, the Smothers Brothers, Dick and Tom, gave their first concert in Carnegie Hall on this date. Music history, Elvis Presley, this is a good one. Listen carefully. On this date in 1957, Elvis Presley inhaled a cap on one of his teeth. He had to be rushed to L.A. hospital to have it removed from his lung
Oh,
Man.
The king.
the king got capped.
The question: what is the most annoying commercial on television? We'll have details as Morning Coffee continues.
Real quick, though, do we still have a couple of those Cemetery Walk Tour tickets?
Oh, we've got plenty of
All right.
people who are interested.
All right, 842-3715. If you'd like a couple, we'll get you a couple.
At Merrick, we know dogs are in charge. So our dog foods start with deboned meat, poultry, or fish, and Sorry. Coming! Here's your ducky. And because real whole foods are better for your dog, each Merrick recipe is packed with whole fruits and vegetables. Excuse me. You want to go out right now? Okay. Dogs are in charge. Serve them well. Merrick. Available at Petco!
This isn't just the sound of an Amazon box. It's the Amazon box that turns your backyard into the neighborhood pool party. And this is the Amazon box that helps your kids go from training wheels to full-on daredevils. And this Amazon box turns you into a barbecue legend. This is the sound of summer in a box. Amazon's got everything you need this summer for your home, garden, and more.
It's that time of year to honor our graduates. Carnaby Girls will assist you with many gift ideas starting at $25. Brighton's inspirational message jewelry, Woodstock charms, ambulance, every little thing necklaces, color clicked with interchangeable bands on flip-flops. Believe it, live it, share it. Great One Divine logo tees now available in a new fitted contemporary silhouette. Hope, faith, and many other new designs starting at $24. Grads, until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you can fly. Congratulations, graduating class of 2019.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to our station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on the Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates from places like Gotzi's Restaurant, Patty's Share Magic, Simply Enough Scrubs and Stuff, and Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply. You can shop 24 hours a day and save a ton of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long these deals will last.
Big games, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes stories. This is Bill Pollock, your host for the Big Ten Today each weekday here on WFIW. The Big Ten Conference is legendary and we'll keep you updated. From football to basketball and everything in between, the Big Ten Today gives you exclusive access to news from every Big Ten program. Tune in weekdays for the Big Ten Today right here on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, your News Talk connection.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when South African surgeons performed the world's first human heart transplant? The patient lived for 18 days. Linda Bird Johnson was married in the White House. The Green Bay Packers won a ticket to Super Bowl II with a last-minute victory over Dallas.
Starr begins the count, takes the snap. He's got the quarterback thinking he's in for the touchdown, and the Green Bay Packers are going to be NFL champions for the third straight year.
Time magazine picked LBJ as its Man of the Year. The music world lost Otis Redding. And here's what was new on the radio.
Massachusetts.
Summer rain, travel to the beat of a different drum. She's my girl to Ichiku Park, a neon rainbow.
Well, what do you think? The answer and a twist to the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Isn't it nice to have a charming local place? A place that's quaint and friendly?
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
A place that has essentials you need and a special shopping selection that is sure to impress.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, those are so nice.
Oh, look at this one.
The Fairfield Chamber of Commerce invites you to shop local. In Fairfield, you're sure to find what you need. A small town with a big selection of restaurants and shopping. Love all your local merchants.
December 1967. Daydream Believer.
The Monkees and Daydream Believer, the top song of December 1967. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
We're your hometown bank with hometown pride. Hi, this is Michelle Garner, serving you as loan officer and branch manager of the Fairfield Banking Company. We're locally owned and operated, which means our heart is where it belongs, in the communities we serve. Our decisions are local, our concerns are local, and our priorities are you, our customer. Come in and let our friendly team with 137 years of banking experience assist you. We're the Hometown Bank's member FDIC equal housing lender.
It's the Chrysler Pacifica Blockbuster Sales Event at Lamont Chrysler in Fairfield. Now through May 31st, get in on amazing offers on the new 19 Chrysler Pacifica. Qualified buyers can take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months, for 3.9% for 72 months, and $3,500 in rebates. It's not either or, you get both, plus a van load of Le Mans savings. Make that summer vacation or road trip more enjoyable in a new Pacifica from Lamont Chrysler, 412 East Main in Fairfield, and LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and even though she may not look like it, my mom has Alzheimer's. Did you know you can get an Alzheimer's diagnosis in your 50s or even earlier? There are many signs to watch out for, like decreased judgment and getting lost easily. 60% of those diagnosed with Alzheimer's will wander at some point.
I'm Trooper Schumann, and as an Illinois State Trooper, it's my job to help keep your loved ones safe. Now, thanks to Silver Search, law enforcement agencies across Illinois are better trained how to respond to those missing with dementia.
Go to silversearchillinois.org to learn more on how Illinois is helping keep our loved ones safe and for information on early diagnosis and brain health. Again, that's silversearchillinois.org.
Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association, aired in cooperation with the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
All right, question of the day.
Before we do that, let me just ask, have you guys noticed a lot of burglaries in town over the last couple of weeks?
We've heard of quite a few.
I mean, there's been some on our news.
Yeah.
And then there was a rumor that the furniture place,
Fair Home Furniture,
that they're selling stuff out of now.
Yeah.
Might have got hit.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there might be a trend here is what I'm saying. Be careful out there. Lock your stuff up.
Yeah, lock your door, lock your car, and lock your house when you leave. I mean,
so I continue to hear the buzz about that, and I just want to make sure everybody understands that that's going on. The question of the day, as put out by the great provocateur, Ken Odie, was what is the most annoying television commercial? And let me just say there's a couple of winners. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Brad said J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
Yeah.
It must have worked.
You know it. You know the entire song.
Yep.
Janet says Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials. I kind of like them.
I kind of like them too.
Peggy says any of the Dilly Dilly commercials.
Oh yeah.
Well, those are Budweiser.
Yeah,
those are Bud Light. Bud Light.
Yeah.
Kelly says, and this is there's a number of these. Kelsey Stanton Opticals. Yep. Do you know what
Stanton
I'm talking
Optical.
about?
That's the one
I've ever seen that one.
They're horrible.
1877 Cars for Kids, according to John. Question's how good.
Not seen that one either.
Oh, I've seen it. Joyce said, she also said Stanton Optical, so there's a trend there.
Yeah, Stanton Optical was one of the top.
Tammy said Stanton Optical. Shauna said J.G. Wentworth. So we got a trend. Stanton Optical.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders and Mrs. Butterworth. Ugh.
Oh yeah, have you seen that? I have seen that.
Yeah. The dang My Pillow commercials.
Yeah, those are pretty annoying.
Ginger said that. James said Geico. I love the Geico commercials.
Yeah.
Don't you? You don't like them? Oh, I think they're great. That just goes to show. Stanton Optical, there's another one. J.G. Wentworth, there's another one.
How about Flo?
Yeah, from Progressive Insurance.
Lois says she can't stand Flo. Chris says KFC. So there's three of them that are emerging. That's it. But,
Really?
I mean, there's tons more. I mean, you had like 50 or 60
The one
people
I
respond.
hate is Northwest Mutual. Both of them, they have the guy with the bicycle with the calves.
Oh yeah, that's Liberty. That's Liberty
Is that
Insurance.
Liberty?
I think it's
Okay,
Liberty.
anyway.
Because
And
you
the other
can
one is that-
customize
is
the
this-
Limo
is
Emu.
this Emu?
Yeah.
I'm just so happy
It's
to
on all the time. Hi.
and Doug.
Yeah.
And
It's-
Doug.
I'm so happy to have TV. It can even have really lousy commercials, and I'll
there's
watch
a lot
all
of them out
You know what
there.
commercials irritate me the most?
What?
Ones that you can't tell what they're selling.
Exactly.
It's usually car dealers. And what's the one with McConaughey in it?
Matthew
That's a
McConaughey,
Lincoln.
The
That's
Lincoln.
a Lincoln Continental. Yeah.
What?
You can't figure it out.
I can't figure out what they're selling.
Most soft drink and beer commercials are that way. You ever notice that?
All right. Yeah,
Jeans are
that's
that
true.
way, too. Yes.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Talking about the irritating commercials. How about that one for Enterprise Car where the guy acts like he's so cool? You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that little
That
puppet.
irritates the daylight out of me. That's
Yep.
for sure.
I'm with you.
All right. Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
call.
You're welcome to join us. If you've got an irritating commercial that we haven't mentioned, we'll more than happily entertain your idea.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them that you strike you?
But you know, the
Well,
thing
just mainly the ones that won't tell you what they're
I
selling.
mean, they used to do that. That used to be the whole idea of selling jeans. You sell an idea and then put the jeans on afterwards.
But what do you notice? We've remembered everything that these people have said.
It worked.
It
Oh,
worked.
yeah, that's true. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
I am tired of all the dang medical prescription commercials.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Yeah, because
That's
they're
true.
selling.
If they didn't do that so much, people might be able to afford their medications.
That's true.
I agree. Yeah,
You,
perfect.
you got to love the ones that I think Xarelto. If you're allergic to Xarelto, do not take this medication.
Those ones you may have thoughts of suicide or hatchet
Yeah.
murdering, and
You could lose a leg. Your heart might stop. I mean, they go through the list. I
Yeah.
mean, they have to go through 15
But
seconds.
I love the one. If you're allergic to this medication, do not take it. Really?
duh.
Yeah. But he's right.
They
now you've
are
got
annoying.
people going to the doctor saying, "Hey, I saw this commercial for this. I think I may need that, doctor."
That's exactly what it's about.
That's exactly why they're doing it.
Oh yeah.
And it's
That-
it's name brand. It's not the knockoffs. They're going and saying, "Listen, I want to see. I want
It's
Xarelto."
not the generic stuff. No.
Between that, drug commercials, and attorneys suing everyone for everything,
Yeah.
now it's Roundup.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
They've had like 3
Yeah,
huge
it's-
decisions in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I think
how about
about
the
it-
Hammer?
The Hammer.
That attorney,
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
he's got advertising. Every billboard in Evansville has got his picture on it. But
And what's the Hammer?
he's an attorney.
I know, but what is his specialty?
Ambulance chasing.
Okay.
Huh.
So if you get yourself rammed by a
Big truck, especially.
Actually,
Call the Hammer.
Call the Hammer.
actually, not necessarily rammed by a big truck. If you get just bumped
Right.
by a little car,
You'll have a cervical collar on
yeah,
shortly.
it won't take long. You
I'm doing-
he's probably got a medical kit with those items in
he
his
does.
trunk.
Here's my Teddy
Here, I want
Kennedy
you to put this
imitation.
on.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Let me put on this collar so that I can get a little sympathy. Wow. All right. Well, I
Boys, I see blue sky.
yeah. Well, wait for another hour.
Yep, sort of.
You know, have you ever seen the Property Brothers?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Drew and Jonathan Scott.
yeah, I saw that.
They have a little bit of advice for you, especially if you're trying to sell your house or you're trying to flip up a property.
Yeah,
The 2 colors you do not want in any room. You guess what they are.
black and white.
No and no.
Red and green.
Yes to red. Red is a 1990s angry color, according to the Property Brothers.
Well, it means stop.
Yes, it does. It's like, stop, don't buy this
Stop!
house.
Don't buy this house.
The other one is, it's not just, it's yellow.
Really?
Red and yellow walls are not really what is in these days, according to the Property Brothers. And they're in their early 40s, and they have this show, and it's barely.
Have you ever heard them sing?
No.
No.
Outstanding.
Really?
Where do they sing?
I think they sing. They were on some talk show the other day, and they were singing.
Son of a gun.
Outstanding.
I'm hooked back on the Pickers.
Are you back on
I'm
the Pickers?
back on the Pickers. And the beauty of it is, since I haven't watched TV for a year, they're all new to me.
Okay.
Used to be I'd have to watch the same program over and over again. I saw this and I thought this was very interesting. Do you have any idea what a manager of the large store out west of our town might make?
I do.
I mean, the store manager.
I do.
How about you, Ken?
I think I read that same article, but I don't recall what the dollars were.
It's in between $70,000 and $100,000 plus
Higher.
bonuses.
$120,000
plus bonuses.
According to Glassdoor, general managers, Walmart shared in a new report from U.S. store managers take home an average of $175,000 a year. They get all kinds of benefits. Meanwhile, warehouse managers make between $52,000 and $146,000 a year. Assistant managers typically take in around $85,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Costco.
And how many of those stores are there? There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They say that there's additional employees enjoy. Reader's Digest points out those totals don't even include the various benefits the employees enjoy throughout the year, including bonuses, stocks, and commission, which can tack down an additional $8,000 annually. The reason why they did this story is because Costco is the new competitor.
Yeah.
Coming up quickly on the side.
They're the new big dog.
And they're having problems stealing people away from Walmart because they can't pay, or they're not willing to pay what Walmart's paying. Did I mention the name of that large? Yes, I did.
You did.
I
You did.
I hate that. I'm sorry. Oh, mercy. They had a couple other interesting stories. By the way, I wanted to just mention, on Friday, we are concluding. If you're irritated by the repetition of commercials, you might not want to hear about the Flat Double D anymore. That's coming up on Friday. We're going to pick the winner.
On Friday.
On Friday. You have between now and Friday to submit your picture with your Flat Double D for $200 in a sort of a opportunity to buy something at Rush Appliance.
Okay, and these are
downtown.
not these are not. The drawing is not based on the creativity,
No.
or the location of the picture.
see-
It's just a random drawing.
We've got a drawing bucket over here. Double D has been instructed to take out his scissors and show us his skills.
And cut up a flat double D with as many and put names on them.
He's going to cut all the pictures up that have been posted
Ah.
on the page, put them in. Right now, I don't know, about 35 on there or something like that. So, I mean, you have a great opportunity to win if you just submit it. So I just wanted to remind everybody, that's going to be on Double D's show on Friday at about 1.
You know, speaking of Double D, because he's a food guy.
Yeah.
All right. Saw the other day, Dunkin' Donuts now has a donut with Pop Rocks in the icing.
Wait a minute. You're talking about the stuff that explodes in your mouth?
Yeah. Yeah, Pop Rocks.
I don't want that kind of excitement out of my donut.
Read this morning that Twinkie and Ho-Ho's now make coffee. They have coffee, or Twinkie and Ho-Ho flavored, or
Oh,
Ding
I have
Dong.
seen that. I
Twinkie
have
and
seen
Ding Dong
that.
flavored coffee.
Why don't you just have your coffee with a ho-ho or a ding-dong?
Well, this just combines the two.
Yeah, that way you don't have to eat. You don't have to actually eat the Twinkie or the Ho-Ho.
But I want
or the
to.
Ding Dong.
But I want to eat the
Well,
ho-ho
yeah.
and the Twinkie. Can I have Twinkie and ho-hos with Twinkie and ho-ho flavored coffee?
I suppose you could.
You could dunk
That's
them.
double down.
You could dunk your Twinkie into the coffee.
I'm not a dunker. Are you a dunker?
My dad was a dunker. He, for breakfast or in the evening for a snack, he would take a piece of bread and dunk it down into his coffee. And he had a saucer that he poured his
Yes.
coffee out
Oh, yeah.
into and drank it out of the saucer. That saucer is in my china cabinet. Wouldn't take $1 million for it because it's all coffee stained and
Yeah.
good memories of my dad. But
My grandfather.
he would dunk everything.
He had a cup about this size, my morning coffee bucket. He had one about this size, and he had a saucer that it was in, and yes, it would the coffee would go over in the saucer, and he'd drink it out
Yep.
of the saucer. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't.
think everybody's parents and grandparents, something like that, had something.
Were they
like that.
dunkers? Were the Turners Dunkers?
No, they were not Dunkers.
No, that's something to be proud of. I come from many generations of Dunkers.
Cake donut and a steaming hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You tear it in half first, and then because you can't get the whole thing down in there, obviously.
Oreo and a
There's
glass
technique.
of milk.
Oh, now that's
Speaking of milk, you know what I got the other day?
What?
I got a half gallon of milk in a glass bottle.
What?
Yeah.
Was it returnable?
Yes.
Where?
Farm Fresh.
Oh, yes, of course.
There's one in Mount Vernon. I
Yes.
think there's one in Salem. There's one in Harrisburg.
I grew up in a town with Farm Fresh. And they had
If you told me Donnie Johnston dropped it on your front porch, I'd be.
No.
He used to be the milkman.
Nope. Got that bottle of chocolate milk in a glass.
Oh,
bottle.
chocolate milk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have wasted a glass. I'd have
just guzzled
chugged
it.
that baby.
They had
just like you won the Indy
they
500.
had
right.
chocolate milk in a glass bottle. They had strawberry milk in a glass bottle.
Wow.
And of
Wow.
course they had white milk in the traditional flavor.
You got me all excited.
It's coming back around.
Yeah.
Wow. It was a interesting thing that happened. An Egyptian-American comedian. There's not many of them out there, right? He had the cops call on him after a stand-up set in Florida over the weekend when an audience member took his joke about terrorism seriously.
Uh-oh.
Funny man Ahmed Ahmed, there's a name you can remember, told
Is
the...
he associated with Jeff Dunham?
No.
Okay.
No. I killed you.
I kill you.
Yes.
I killed you.
He told a newspaper that the ordeal started when he told a gag poking fun of stereotypes about his heritage. And he asked the audience, mostly older ones, mostly white folks, how many people here are from the Middle East? When a few people clapped, he quipped, well, it only takes one of us. Even after a laugh break, he continued to tell the joke. I don't get the joke, quite honestly, but somebody took it very seriously.
Somebody took it literally.
And called the cops.
Ooh, man.
And he got a call from them. And so he's got so sensitive. People are so sensitive.
I know.
Touchy-feely.
Absolutely.
They are.
Got this. This sounds almost interesting. Sometimes nature can get a little too close for comfort, and sometimes that's due to wild turkeys. They saw a tweet on Monday about that happening in the Moss Hill section in Boston. They complained there about aggressive turkeys pecking at people.
Turkeys are mean.
They walk up and they peck people as they come down the street. We had this situation. I have two basset hounds. They're not that aggressive. They're not that big of hunters, but one of them knocked down a bird. Okay?
A real bird?
A real bird.
Okay.
A real bird. And then apparently it was a young bird, and the young bird's parents took issue with the fact that...
and went after him?
Yes. So, I mean, you look out back and you got basset hounds running for cover. I had to go out and save them. And Carol wanted nothing to do with it. I had to save the dogs. But they won. Because
the birds won or the dogs
No, the dogs got...
saved.
They had a body count before
okay.
it was over with.
All right.
Anyway, 3 wild turkeys causing problems for some neighbors in the Moss Hill area. I don't know turkeys to be that aggressive. They run from me, especially when I have a shotgun. They don't seem to want to come up and peck me. And have you ever had an aggressive turkey that you remember in your career?
No.
No. Well, the Boston turkeys are the ones you have.
Now,
to
wild turkey, the other kind of wild turkey.
You're
that's
familiar with that,
story.
right?
Maybe that's what they're referring to.
It might be. All right.
All right. Who's got trivia today?
I do.
All
He's
right.
got
TV
great.
commercials.
TV
All right,
commercials.
TV commercials.
You got to give us the questions.
All right.
We're ready for trivia here.
You guys are going to breeze through this.
We're going to ace this one,
I
huh?
think so.
That's right. All right. What product slogan was plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is?
Oh, I
I'm
know
gonna
that.
know that.
Yeah, I got
Number
that
2,
one.
which soft drink
I
boasted
own stock in
that
that
it
one.
never had it, never will? Number 3, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah,
This
we
is
got
looking
that
for
one.
what brand of
Yeah,
wristwatch?
I remember that.
Yep.
Starting in the 1960s, which product was billed as the astronaut's drink?
I know
I think
that
I have a
one.
pretty good
Yeah,
idea
I know
for
that
that,
one,
too.
Think back to the 1970s for the name of this hair care product. It was called Gee, Your Hair Smells Blank.
Ooh.
I think I know that one.
Well, I don't really know much about hair products.
Well, you don't need them.
Thank you.
All right, finish this slogan. The incredible edible blank. Number 7, which insurance company says we live where you live? Number 8, what product is known as the Fresh Maker? Number 9, time to make the donuts was the slogan for which donut store chain?
Yeah, I know that one.
Number 10, which product claimed it was as clean as a whistle?
All right.
I got to think about that. There's
Yeah.
a couple of them in there that are familiar, but I don't know the answer to them. You're welcome to join us if you know the answers to some
Have
of
you
these.
seen the latest commercials, though, about
What?
toilet paper?
You're talking about
demonstrating get your bum cleaner.
Oh, with the bear?
The bears?
Well, there's another one, too. I think Cottonelle is doing the same thing because of the ridges. Ridges will get you cleaner.
Why would you use a
Why?
bear?
It's like,
Is that really a concern?
I don't know.
Why would you use a bear? We know where bears go.
Yeah. They go in the woods.
Just stay tuned.
That's going to be my next
What's
question. Question of the day.
What's that?
How many sections of toilet paper do you use at each sitting?
I've got a story on that.
I said sitting. S-I-T-T.
I've got a story on that when we come back.
High speed, high performance, high quality suspension, all with one low price. Run with William Noby and Company in a new RSX 860E Gator. Whether you're checking fence lines or out for an evening cruise, go the extra mile in this new and improved UTV. Now get a John Deere RSX 860E Gator for as low as $148 per month. Hurry into a William Noby and Company near you. This fast machine won't be around long. Visit us online for a full list of locations at WMNoby.com. Offer valid through May 31st, 2019. Pricing based off of 0% financing for 84 months with 20% down at signing. Some restrictions apply, so see dealer for details.
Hi folks, this is Sandy at Gale Sales and Service. The days are getting longer and eventually the temps are going to get hotter. We have air conditioners from 5,000 to 25,000 BTU in stock. They will quickly cool the room on hot days and run quietly to avoid keeping you awake. Low power startup and operation conserves energy and saves you money. Effortless temperature sensing remote control allows you to see, set, and maintain room temperature from across the room. Don't wait until you're miserable in the heat. Come see us at Gale Sales and Service, 1605 West Main in Fairfield. Check us out on Facebook.
School's out. This summer, keep your child active by enrolling them in Kids in Motion Summer Day Camp. Breakfast, lunch, and a snack are provided daily, along fun activities like swimming, skating, bowling, and so much more. We'll even include a sibling discount. So come join us May 28th to August 2nd at the First Baptist Church in Fairfield. Pre-registration is April 29th or on May 2nd, 6th, and 9th from 3:45 to 5:30 at the Fairfield Public Library, or call me, Suzanne Doggett, at 919-0628. We are the place for hot sun and cool kids.
The Infinity 20 air conditioner from Carrier combines the energy efficiency of Green Speed Intelligence with the convenience of Infinity controls. The system only uses the energy needed to respond more precisely to your comfort needs. With reduced temperature swings, improved dehumidification, and ultra-quiet operation, the most advanced line of products from Carrier just got a lot cooler. Carrier, turn to the experts. Call Sam or Kara at Complete HVAC and Plumbing today at 445-3329 or visit their website at CompleteHVAC.org.
Tom at Greenwood Pest Control is busy making sure all of his customers are taken care of for year-round pest control. Greenwood Pest Control in Flora would like to remind everyone that they're locally owned and operated. Call today at 618-662-3091 and get on the year-round protection plan from Greenwood Pest Control and Flora. They are located at 8177 Hickory Hill Lane.
Community Connection is now online at WFIWradio.com. Now, not only can you hear the Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, but you can hear it online anytime. If you missed the show, go to WFIWradio.com, then click on About Us, then Community Connection for the latest episodes. You can also catch up on past shows. Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3, and now online at WFIWradio.com.
40% chance of showers and thunderstorms today, mainly before 1 p.m. High 71. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 56. For tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high 82. Sunshine 87 on Friday for Saturday, sunshine with a high 86 and a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. on Sunday, the high 81. Overnight low was 57. Yesterday's high was 72. 2/10 of an inch of rainfall here at the WFIW studios this morning. Right now, humidity is at 99%. Winds out of the southeast at 5 miles an hour. And pressure at 29.98. Right now, overcast skies. We've got 57 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar still showing some pop-up pockets of rain throughout the area, but most of it is moving off to the east at this time.
Wow, I've been doing some research.
Yeah. And?
The whole toilet paper thing. I'm working on it, and I just want to say I've come up with some interesting stats.
Well, you look kind of wiped out. I don't want to start.
All right.
I can't start.
The two stories I was going to tell.
Yeah.
One, Sheryl Crow. You remember her? Or you know who I'm talking about?
Yep. Yeah.
She was on a tour, about 3 years ago. And her view is that in order to stop global warming, we should all use only one sheet per visit to the toilet.
That's why no one would shake hands with her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that the stupidest thing you've ever heard of
I
in
know.
your life?
One sheet?
And hopefully it wasn't the one ply.
All right, one sheet. And I
Must
did
have been an awful big sheet.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what? It's a square. I just went in. Isn't this, is this the perfect show about nothing topic? I went in and guess the average per person. I have the stats. The average sheets per person.
Who figures this up?
Somebody on the internet.
Because I don't ever count.
I've got the data.
Whatever it is, though, I assure you my wife has
Uses
increased that average.
A dozen. I don't know.
8.6.
0.6.
8.6 sheets per person on average. Now, here's my story. I was the president of John A. Logan College, and I started noticing that it was very thin ply. Okay?
Yeah.
Very, very light. And so I went to the financial guy and said, hey, listen, using more than 8.6 sheets, what's the story? And he says, I've done a study that shows if you go thinner on this, it might take more sheets, but we come out ahead financially because there are fewer blockages. Maintenance is called less if the sheets are thinner. He studied that. That's why I'm no longer at John A. Logan College.
There's now in the big box stores and places like that, it's incredibly narrow.
Yes,
toilet
I've
paper.
noticed
Have you
that.
noticed that?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Saving money.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to start studying it because I'm going to become an expert.
All right.
8.6.
Okay.
All right, Ken.
Let's get into
All right.
trivia.
All right, like as I said, these
Is that news that you can use during the course of the day? I mean, if there's an awkward moment in your
I
conversation
assure
today,
you that there's people right now sitting on the throne.
pot.
Yes.
They're going to count.
Count them.
They're gonna
8.6.
count.
That's it. I'm not going to go over average. Go ahead.
Now that you've taken this show down the toilet, let's get to trivia.
All right.
Oh, that's
What
right. I
product
forgot we
slogan
said
was
we weren't
plop,
gonna do
plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is? That's a good one.
that. How appropriate for a first question. Alka-Seltzer.
Correct.
You made me. You upset
Somebody look
my-
up the number to 911.
Oh, I about died.
All right.
Go ahead.
Which soft drink
I don't
boasted...
think there's any fizzing going on.
But there was a lot of relieving.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll try to contain myself.
All right. Which soft drink boasted that it never had it, never will?
I don't know. Do you know this one?
Tab.
Nope.
No.
I have no idea.
No.
7-Up.
Never
Doesn't
had
have
what?
Caffeine.
Doesn't have
Caffeine. That's right. Yep.
The Uncola.
Yes.
Remember that?
Remember that guy with the...
From Jamaica.
Yes.
Yeah. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking is the slogan for what brand of wristwatch?
John Cameron Swayze.
Timex.
Remember that? Remember John Cameron
Correct, I
Swayze?
do.
Yep.
Remember the famous one where he put it was a live spot, and he put one of those watches on a boat propeller,
Yeah.
and then put it down the water, and when it came back out, it was gone. I'm sure if the
Takes a
watch
licking
was
and keeps on sinking.
Yeah, I'm sure if it was attached, it'd be working.
All right. Starting in the 1960s, which product was billed as the astronaut's drink?
Tang.
Yeah, that's simple. Think back to the 70s for the name of a hair care product. It was called Gee, Your Hair Smells.
I'm thinking great.
Close.
Nice.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Terrific.
Terrific. Okay.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
Man.
All right.
Nobody's smelling. I don't have any
Finish this
smelling.
product slogan. The incredible edible
egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which insurance company says we live where you live?
I don't know that.
No.
Their slogan now is like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
Yeah.
Correct. Number 8, which product is known as the Fresh Maker?
The Fresh Maker.
Yep.
They
have stupid commercials too.
No idea.
Mentos candies.
When was the last time you had a Mentos candy?
I'll tell you the last time I had one. I put it inside a soft drink bottle and watch it blow up in my son's backyard.
That's true.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
There's a YouTube video. I'll just play 1,000 of them. All right. Number
I'm
9.
gonna do that next time I'm on the
Time
throne.
to make the donuts was the slogan for which donut store chain?
I'm thinking Dunkin'.
You are correct.
You remember? You know what? The funny part of that was the legend. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, it gave him great. He was thrilled. Anytime he would leave a Cardinal game, he would drive through the Dunkin' Donuts in Fairview Heights, and if the light was on, that means the donuts were fresh.
Oh, that's Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
that's Krispy Kreme.
That wasn't
Krispy
Dunkin'
Kreme.
Donuts. Well, I've got the
And you
legend
get a
all
free
wrong
one
then.
too.
Yes,
The
you do.
lights
If you
on.
drive.
Well, not necessarily anymore.
Really?
They make
Yeah.
you. They charge you.
Like Marion,
Yeah.
the Krispy Kreme in Marion. If the light's on, you don't get a free one.
Then what's the point?
I know. I asked him. So well, we're not a company store.
Wrong answer.
Well,
Wrong answer.
Little, you know what we call them at the house? Little circles of death for me.
oh, I call them little pillows of joy.
Okay, number 10.
And then
Which
cut 'em in
product
half,
claimed
slap a
it was
burger on
as clean as a whistle?
As clean as a whistle. Oh, I don't.
Charmin?
know. You just keep bringing us back, don't you?
I do.
You just cannot leave it alone.
I'm circling the wagons, man.
But no.
You're worse. We're going to elevate this above the toilet bowl here before we're done.
All right.
I don't have a clue.
Neither do I.
Irish Spring soap.
That's right. I remember they.
Manly, yes, but I like it too.
That's what I remember.
Yes, and they were always out by a waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't need toilet paper. Got the waterfall going on there. All right.
It's like a
You got time for a bonus?
bidet. It's like a bidet.
We have time for a bonus.
If you got caught squeezing the Charmin.
Maybe that's why Cheryl Crow only had one sheet, because she had a bidet.
Now listen to this.
I'm just going to tell you something. There's also, I'm not to go there. There's these new, these new apparatuses that you don't need paper.
Really?
It washes you under there.
Washes? That's a bidet.
Spray, yeah.
Remember, you're in Wayne County. It's washes. It washes you.
All right, bonus question.
If you get caught squeezing the Charmin, who would you have to look out for?
Mr. Whipple.
That's right.
That guy made a complete career out of that.
Sure
He
did.
sure did.
And Do they still use that as a?
No.
That's
No.
No, that was my God.
And they always
10
had
years.
they always had the two ladies.
Yes.
And they always had the mini dresses on, and they go, "Don't squeeze the Charmin."
I'm kind of worried about a guy that stands in a store and squeezes Charmin over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How about you?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I think
He probably uses 10 sheets.
I'm still.
like that.
I'm sorry. I will not. I thought that was the stupidest thing I ever heard when Sheryl Crow said it, and it's even stupider 2 years later. Don't you think?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. We are glad that we were able to elevate culture here in Wayne County with our rendition of bathroom humor today. That's
Let
what
us
we're
know
about.
how many sheets you use. That's gonna be, that may be a trivia.
That's the next question.
There's the question of the day.
How
There
many
you
sheets?
go. Take care. Thank you for being with us.
Illinois and WFIWradio.com, the news leader in southeastern Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News.